Welcome back, everyone, to the final 9 holes of the 2024 Las Vegas Challenge 25th anniversary. Just want to give a big shout out to Innova for helping make this coverage possible. Being out here, Las Vegas, one more time. My name is Chris German. We have Derek Scull closing this tournament out. And boy, it just got really exciting there at the end of the front 9.
Absolutely tied ball game between Connor and Gannon. Really excited to see how this shakes out.
And look at Calvin, he is right there as well. Anything can happen on this back 9, setting up stage for what I think going to be a great finish. Some movers, some shakers happen.
I mean, with Ricky on the chase card as well.
Anything can happen.
If you're paying attention to the scoring.
Yeah, so we're going to move into hole 10, par 4, 721 feet. Tee box over by these trees just makes you think a little bit as you throw out here. You want to miss this bunker. We have a sloping green, OB on the left, OB path on the right. But we have seen in the past this gap does hang up some players. And if you get caught early left.
We saw Calvin hit something right in round 2, and as you can see, he laces it right up the middle.
Just an easy 5-hundo.
Connor seems to be taking a similar line to Calvin.
Let's hope that little tree doesn't pose a threat. I don't think it will. A little more left than you'd probably like to be.
Very low from Emerson.
See if Gannon can bounce back after taking the bogey on hole 9. His approach unfortunately rolled OB and then he missed the putt. Emerson taking the hyzer route.
It looks great.
Great shot from him.
Curls up even closer. That'll be a stress-free
birdie. No, she's there for Connor either. Guy's making it look easy.
Yeah, we're literally seeing how you break down hole 10.
Came in a half a stroke under par again. These excuse me, scores are based off of just the cut lines. There's only 44 players. But still, with the field, half a stroke under par. This is a birdie you have to get to just keep pace. Calvin filling up his scorecard with some green. But bounce back Buhr gets one. So Derek, there was 44 players. How many birdies do you think the field had?
Out of 44, you said half a stroke under par?
Yeah.
Half the field?
More. 31 birdies. A lot of birdies on that one.
So hole 11, 357-foot par 3. You're going to have OB all along the right side, long, and far left as well. A lot of sand in this fairway, so you can play early, have it skip up. That tree near the pin has a lot of low-hanging foliage that does come into play. You'll see some players crash into that, drop them right there into the circle. But if you land up short and need to approach into the green from the right side, it can be tricky.
Oh,
Connor just
scoot on up.
doesn't even pay that any mind.
You know, I feel like you can get away with just kind of throwing a straight shot and put yourself right near the circle.
Whoa. Big skip from Emerson.
He's going to need to hurry up over to the right. Ooh,
It's safe.
That's safe.
that is safe. It's just inside the circle.
But that low-hanging foliage there, like I was mentioning, forcing Gannon to take a knee.
It's a big putt knowing Connor is inside the circle.
Little left.
Emerson trying to get a turkey for himself. He does. Calvin's going to be next up here to try to get his birdie. Keep his scorecard filled. So after this hole, the course does get a little more challenging. Good birdie there for Calvin. Holes 12 and 13 playing as basically the, other than maybe one other hole later on, one of the harder holes on the course. So this little stretch here, this little bend at the back of the property, if you can get the birdies there, set yourself up for the win. Connor, the lone leader.
He came to play.
Out of Arizona.
Showing these touring folk what's what.
Yeah, out of Arizona. I mean, I'm sure this is the golf he likes to play. All right, hole 12, like I was mentioning, one of the harder holes on the course, 460 feet, par 3. That OB comes up quick on the right side there with the path. And this basket, they just keep pushing it back, tucking it away with all these trees in the way, and making it a very challenging hole to park.
For now.
For now. The field's just figuring out how to birdie now, and the next year they'll figure out how to park it. And... oh, no. Didn't even mention the OB on the left side that comes into play as well. This is an aggressive line.
Slightly short. Looks like it may have
Yeah.
hit something and just took out all the steam.
Hey, stay safe.
Emerson with the wider approach here.
Looking for a big skip. Oh, yeah. Gets the movement he needs, and he is inside the circle. Looking to be one of the few birdies on the day. Gannon, bottom of the box. All of his card mates all have 3 birdies in a row. He's only sitting at even. And stays in bounds.
Yeah, not much you can do from there. Kind of looks like he's going to take a stab at it.
Ooh. It's a good look there. Calvin looking to save his par. So he found that OB on the left side, and Emerson filling his scorecard. That is a great birdie to grab. 1 of 6 on the day, Derek.
It's nice to see Emerson's card full of green now, too. A lot of gray there to begin with. Is a 375-foot par 3. You have a ridge in the front of the pad, OB bunker, or hazard bunker rather, in the front of the basket. A lot of people are going to play right to left sweeping shot.
Yeah, there's kind of a bailout to the left, but you can't bail out too much because there is OB over there as well as Emerson.
That caught edge and just forced it so quickly left.
Oh. But yeah, like I was saying, there's OB over there.
Oh,
Connor.
Wow. Hits what I think was like the coping of the bunker and
Stress-free birdie on 13.
wow. Full air shot from Gannon, tombstoning into the ground. We see Calvin likes to play a little closer to that hump there.
Ooh.
We can see why. Nice flat shot. Quite an improvement as we saw Calvin go OB long on this, round 2.
Tough break for Emerson. Gannon for his birdie.
I mean, it was left.
And high.
That was one of the least egregious ones I think we've seen all weekend for him.
But nonetheless, there's a 2-stroke difference there now if you're playing to win by 2. Connor Rock is making it happen. Bounce back for Calvin as well. It's going to bring us in the hole 14 at 777. Hope you guys won something this weekend. Par 4. This one, Heiser shot off the first shot. I think the second shot is where it really comes into play. You have the OB green that you kind of want to skip off in front of the basket. And then, again, this basket perched up on another hillside. The theme of the course. OB behind the basket as well, as Connor gives that a really good pull. Here's OB on the right and left with the path, so there are dangers on this first shot. They just don't really come into play unless you have a misfire.
You know, we're going to see everybody just about in the same neighborhood.
You could throw something high, try to hit the hillside. You can go low and throw a skipping shot off of the green. Looks like Gannon's going to put himself well inside the circle. Connor gets that skip off the green. Edge of circle. He's looking to grab another birdie. Already sitting at 11. One more push from Emerson skip, and that gets him well inside the circle. One might say a bullseye.
So we are finding that maybe Calvin was a little too left off the drive, not opening it up quite as much, forcing him to go over to that left line.
Yeah, a little left on this side and
catching edge and rolling down the hill. Flirting with the OB.
Ooh. Jeez. We're bound to see one. And there it is.
Oh, I thought we were about to see another. Oh, my God.
Ooh.
And I think that's the first true misfire in Connor's play all round.
Mm-hmm.
Showing that he's human. Not ideal there.
Yeah, this putt's big here. If he misses this, it can make Calvin's bogey a little more irrelevant. If he gets the par, he's going to get the stroke on Calvin. Gannon, though, getting a stroke on Connor. Much needed birdie there.
The kid's got some fight left.
Bounce back for Emerson as well. It's Calvin now, up and down.
All right, hole 15 is the B hole this year. 339-foot par 3. Move the pin up further due to a bee infestation.
So now you want a hyzer shot that gets a good skip. Just kind of have to miss this big tree right on the edge of circle.
That seems high enough.
Oh, there is OB left or OB right.
So it
About
stayed.
circle's edge.
That's a good height for the width there. Should trickle
Oh,
up.
yeah. Forehand from Calvin as well.
Nice little extra to open it up for him a bit.
Furthest out, first to putt. Nice. Good putt from Calvin. Still fighting for a podium spot here. Elevator putt from Gannon.
Another important one.
Getting them where they matter. Connor to keep his one stroke difference. 12 under for the day.
Scorcher.
This is Emerson to finish off this hole 15. Lead card doing the work.
Another star frame.
Yeah.
You want a new disc, but you're overwhelmed by all of the options. Well, we've got you covered. Meet the Innova Pathfinder Guides, a series of graphics that match a set of discs for your style of play, curated by our own Riley O'Neill and Eric Schwann. Whether you're the beginner, the crusher, or anywhere in between, we've got a lineup for you. So scan the QR code, find a guide that matches your style of play, and discover your path to a better game. If you haven't seen these, you're missing out. All right, back to the action.
All right, hole 16, one of the harder holes on the course. Par 4, 888 feet. Got the trees in the gap off the tee. Just get out in the open, but it's just a lot of distance. You have this green here that comes into play. This basket is perched up in this corner. OB on the right side. So this is a crush.
Heading right for the bees. There were bees on this hole as well. Emerson actually got stung round 2.
Your leader matching. Getting plenty of distance to be able to get aggressive on this second shot. Catch edge nice and get a good skip. Okay. Not a terrible shot there from M. It's going to be tough to run that putt with the OB right behind the basket. Oh. It's a little close for Connor. That almost found that OB.
That was quite lucky. That was hitting something pretty high on that tree. Really have no idea where it could go with such hang time from there.
Calvin off that green, skips on over, circle 2, left side. Gannon needing to gain a stroke back and doesn't hit the hillside probably the way he wanted. Probably wanted to get a skip there.
Oh.
Good bid from Emerson. Galvin missing the basket altogether. Oh.
Now this time low and left.
Connor capitalizing on the good fortune. Another birdie. There's only 5 birdies on the day. He was one of them. This hole came in 0.14 over par. It's one of the trickier ones here to finish out this round. And our leader gains another stroke.
All right, hole 17, 567 foot par 4. You're going to want to push something as far as you can, get pin high essentially, and finish up with these 2 guardian trees here. I do believe there is OB behind as well.
Yeah, OB on that right side the entire way, so if you get too aggressive, turn one over, you can find it. Should be fine for Connor. They changed this hole this year. Before it was a pretty tough par 3 where the basket was kind of near those hills, those humps over there on the left side.
Come on.
Gannon gives this a
Wow.
full rip, trying to park it, and finds that OB right.
Emerson cutting a lot off there, just hovering right over the tree line.
Yeah, you can see what type of lie he has. He might have a awkward footing or something.
That didn't have enough turn on it from Calvin, pushing him too far left.
Slow down. Oh, don't do it to him.
Did it come?
Yeah, he's
It came back in. So a lot between Emerson and the basket here. And he's the only shot. Good. Oh, yeah. Perfect execution from Emerson.
Splits the trees. That's a feel-good putt. Wow. So much Annie.
Look at
just
that
a little
shape.
bit of flatness
Man,
right
it's
at the
perfect.
end.
What a shot.
Good on
What
Emerson.
an eagle.
Only eagle on the day. This came in as one of the easiest holes. 0.75 under par. Ooh, Calvin giving that a good little bit as well.
Connor going for the Annie as well.
And Connor just needs to stick to his game here right at the end, play smart. That's one way to get a birdie. Just throw it all the way down to the circle
Don't even care about the OB.
and just make your putt.
Not exactly sure what he was checking out there.
This is Calvin to get to 8. Hanging out in 3rd place. This Connor is going to have 2 strokes going into this final hole. Final hole of the 2024 Las Vegas Challenge, hole 18. The iconic, beautiful scenic hole here. Very tricky on your first shot. You do have OB. It's OB all around you, really. You have the lake that you have to throw over, OB on the left side. Depends on how aggressive you want to get. Brings up the risk factor is pretty standard there from Emerson. And Connor's going to make it. I feel like in the past, everyone used to lay up in front of the cart path.
I was just thinking that, actually.
Like nowadays, people lay up to the other side of the cart path.
It's just where the game's going.
Yeah. Good shot there from Gannon. Everyone hanging out in that same spot. It's Calvin trying to get to the basket. That's a full rip from him. Oh.
That was awesome to see, though.
Ooh.
You don't see that aggression on this hole too often.
Not to that level. Sweeping forehand for Connor.
Checks up into the circle.
Barring anything crazy, Connor could just lay that up and call it a day. So Emerson, edge of circle, probably left a little bit on there than he needed.
Solid approach from Calvin.
Easy par. Big putt for Emerson, and he does not get it.
Oh, come on. And as you said, Connor laying up.
So Emerson really wanted that putt, as that would have brought him from 5th place into 4th place. So there was a lot hanging on that. Solid showing from Gannon this week. 2 amazing rounds to start. Rounds 3 and 4. Still put a very good showing if it wasn't for Connor. Out here taken down. Big A-tier win here in Las Vegas.
I can't imagine the feeling. Well deserved.
Your Men's Pro Open champion of the 25th annual Las Vegas Challenge presented by Innova, Connor Rock.
My legs feel like jello. Such an impressive win.
He's speechless.
I have nothing to say. But yeah, taking down some of the best in the world. Well deserved from Connor.
With an open bag.
Yeah. Last 2 rounds, he really put it together. This final round, 14 under. Finishing 1 stroke over Gannon. Calvin there in 3rd, and like I said, Emerson taking down 5th. Take one last look at the leaderboards. Just look at all those names.
A lot of heavy hitters on that list.
Yeah.
And to see Connor reign supreme is such a special thing here at LVC. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. It's always a pleasure being a part of this event. And we appreciate each and every one of you for being along on the ride with us. We'll see you next time.